This is an incredible win for our team. Coming on the road like this, such a long travel, early game. We woke our kids up at, 4 a.m. West Coast time today to get them ready for pregame meal and get them started. And they handled it incredibly well. I thought our defense was outstanding today. When you play a group like that, I know we bled some yards in that last drive, but up until that drive, they had been fantastic. Tackles for loss, sacks, just finishing was just really not giving up the huge play until the very, very end there. And they hit us into pressure with the draw play, but there was just so much to be excited about for our football team. And then offensively, I thought they were really efficient. I thought Josh was fantastic again. 300 yards in the air, 3 touchdowns was just outstanding. And his ability to distribute the ball to lots of people on the field, I think really makes our offense go. And then the protection was really good. I thought we had a good game from our offensive line, especially how we ran the ball late in the game when we needed to. So then our place kicker was fantastic, right? He hit, I think, 3 or 4 field goals, and those were all big points in the game. And so this was a collective win across the board. I thought our coaching staff did a great job getting our team ready to play after a really tough physical loss last week against San Diego State. And so we are really excited about this one, and we are going to enjoy our plane ride back to California.
Coach, let me ask you, Army has the triple option. A lot of teams we've seen come in here really struggle with it. How did you prepare knowing they're going to run it down, just run it and run it and run it every way possible?
I think that preparing for that is definitely as much mindset as it is, scheme or what you do, because you have to talk your players have to get ready to do the right thing over and over and over and over again. The nature of it kind of eliminates a little bit of the reactionary defense that you normally get with normal schemes. And I thought our defense was great that way. This is our second crack at a triple team this year. It's a little bit different. They're different than what Air Force does, but either way, there's still some similar elements that you have to prepare for. So I think playing Air Force early in the season also gave us a little taste of it, also because you got to feel what it feels like full speed. And in that game, we did not consistently, be in the right gap or play the right technique or whatever, but I thought we did today, so it was pretty exciting.
What do you think your guys did well?
I thought we tackled well today, which was big because a week ago we missed a lot of tackles, and so there was a huge emphasis on that during practice this week. I thought that was really, really good. Everything with the option football is based on them getting, +1, and so if you don't make one-on-one tackles, those end up being big plays, and I thought our guys did a good job of that time and time again. I thought getting to the quarterback and the tackles for loss were huge because it puts them behind the sticks, which is where they don't want to be. And so there was just a lot of pieces went into that, and I thought we had a good scheme and a good plan. So pretty exciting.
You have 2 road wins this year.
Yes.
You haven't done that in 4 years.
Okay.
What does that mean? It's got to be pretty big because you flew all across the country.
Yeah, I would say for us, any win is a big thing. And as we're in our 3rd year of trying to build this program at San Jose State, any time where we can play good football consistently and find a way to win is a huge step for us. And I'm just so proud of the players and the coaches. Every football, you put so much time into it, you put so much effort into it. Everybody is so invested, and when you don't get the result you want, it's hard. It's disappointing. And I just thought the guys really answered the bell this week in practice, and just the detail and the discipline and the process of practicing the right way and giving yourself a chance to win is what it's all about. And so I'm just really proud of them, and 2 of the best ones just walked in here right now with Cade and Josh, but just an awesome win for us, an awesome win for these kids.
How do you prepare now moving forward? You're 4-4, yeah. 2 wins away from bowl eligibility. So are you gonna just hit the throttle and really go at it? What's your game plan moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, our thing is always, win the next game. I mean, that's all you can do, And so we have the best team in our conference coming in next week to our place. They do a great job. They're extremely well coached. They're tough and disciplined, and they win all the time. And then they've got a great culture of winning football games. And so it's going to be a real challenge for us. But we're going to enjoy this one today. In terms of, there's no real big plan. The plan is going to be to come to work tomorrow and practice our asses off tomorrow night, and then give the kids a day off on Monday as we game plan and get ready for Boise, and then come to work on Tuesday. And that's what our thing is becoming. Our players have learned that our best chance to give us an opportunity to win is if we practice hard and detailed and with great energy and enthusiasm. You know, if we, and they know it. They know when we don't have a good day. They know, and they're on each other, and so it's just we're starting to get healthier as a football team where the players' expectations for how we practice are now extremely high, and so they're pushing each other to get there, and it's fun to watch.
Coach, you called on some different players today who might not have played so much early in the year. Guys like Trey White and DeManuel, Talawati, and a few guys on offense, Kyrie Robinson, some
Right.
more, and maybe talk about that in terms of the depth of the squad as the season's unfolded.
Well, I think we're feeling great about where we are with those players. All those players are freshmen or sophomores that you mentioned, and so the fact that they can line up and have the kind of impact on a game that they're having is really exciting. You know, Cade Hall had his best game ever. Cade's a sophomore, so we're just, I think those guys get an opportunity to play and show what they can do, but it also speaks to the fact that their coaches have worked hard preparing them and developing them as young players to where they can go in a game and make a positive impact. It's pretty exciting.
All right, we're on. Can you say your names for the press?
I'm Josh Love, quarterback.
Cade Hall, defensive line.
Great. I'm Rich Robitaille with American Legion Media, work out of West Point here.
Sir.
I interview all the visiting teams, so I get to see everyone who comes through here. How did you guys, Army won 11 games last year, so how did you guys, when you saw Army on your schedule, and you know they're a heavy running team, I mean they run it 90% of the time with the triple option, how did you guys prepare for that?
We spent a lot of time on the run, and we had a little bit of experience with the triple option. We played Air Force earlier in the season, and I think just thinking about that previous game, we were looking forward to this one because we wanted another shot at that offense, and I think we were really eager to play against that offense, and that went into our preparation this week.
Mm-hmm. Does it, as a player, and you're going to see that. You watch the film, I'm sure, over and over. You see everything they do, and it's got to be a disciplined fight. So as a defenseman, what do you tell your team and the rest of your defense when you're going against guys they find 3 yards of victory? Mm-hmm. And how do you fight that?
It's all about consistency, sticking with the game plan, taking care of everyone doing their own job, because that's how you play against a triple option, because they're so good at that. They're so good at just doing their job and nothing else, and so in order to respond to that, we have to stay consistent and do the same thing for 4 quarters.
How about on offense? What did you see?
Yeah, offensively, we got to have their back, and knowing that we're not going to get many possessions, obviously that they're going to be running the ball and controlling the clock. So whatever chance we get, we got to score points. And we're 6 or 6 in the red zone. Obviously, we could have probably scored a couple touchdowns in there, kick some field goals. But we're putting up points, and the defense is doing their job, and we got to help them.
Well, both you guys both did great on both sides of the ball, and your kicking game really came through today. Mm-hmm. They put up. That was really what put it over the top of that kicking game, and that's a complete team. Yeah. So how do you feel coming out of this? You're 4-4. You need 2 more wins to be bowl eligible. So what's your mindset going forward?
We're excited, man. We're excited for the rest of the season and all the teams we have on our schedule. That's the only thing on our minds is getting to a bowl game. So we're excited.
Well, great. Wish you the best of luck in the rest of your season. Thanks for coming to West Point. It was great to play you guys.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
There are peaks and valleys in the game, and San Jose State scores, Army answers. But in the second quarter, there was 1 turnover in the game, forced fumble.
Yeah.
Where do you think, and how do you think that played into the eventual result of the game?
I think, defenses, we're top. I think are we still one in the country? I'm not sure, but 2 in the country with turnover margin. They're playing their butts off. They're giving us chances, and as an offense too, we've done a really good job protecting the football this year, and we take pride in that. And it starts with practice, and we've had a good week of practice, and we got to protect the ball and give our offense chances and help our defense out.
Yeah, and we know when we're playing against a run-heavy team that they're gonna do a really good job of holding on to the ball. So when the ball does come out, we got to capitalize on it, and we got to take every chance we can get because we know they're not going to give us many in terms of turnovers.
Josh, You guys scored in five possessions in the first half. We haven't done that all year. How important is that in the scheme of things?
I think that, to come out here and, come out strong, especially the first drive and, set the first punch, I think that was huge for us. It's a game of momentum, and we had momentum right away. And obviously the second half we had to reset and keep going, but I think we did a good job with that.
Josh, can you comment about the play of the offensive line, not just pass protecting, but also opening up the running game late in the game?
We've been leaning on the pass, and those guys have done an incredible job. I think we've only run up 8 sacks this season. 0 sacks today. They did an unbelievable job, unbelievable improvement, and just being on the same page with them. And Bernardi's work with them has been unbelievable. And they played their butts off in the end, especially when we had to run the ball, and Packer came in there and ran the ball really hard, and we converted.
Does jet lag ever feel as good as it does now?
Yeah, I'm excited to get on the plane. We had a similar trip to Arkansas. We had the plane ride coming back, and this is a longer one, obviously, but I can't wait to get up there with my.
What does it do for your program and your confidence? This team won 11 games last year, and you just beat them. What does that do for you guys?
It's huge for us, and especially since we played them last year and they beat us, it was also huge for us to come out and show that we're an improved team and that we're a different team this year by getting another shot at them and coming out and getting the win.
Cade, you guys got a boost in terms of personnel today, return of Ethan Aguayo, who was leading the country in tackles before he was injured. To what degree did Ethan help impact the game for San Jose State today?
Ethan was huge. Just having him on the field, he has a presence on the field, and not only does the fact that he's an incredible football player help us, but his leadership ability and what he does to our defense and bringing us together and keeping us together is also huge, and one of the main reasons why we love to have him back.
Ethan will be here in a moment, but I've got one last item to throw out at you guys. Hundreds of schools have played Army, Air Force, and Navy, course of college football history. Mm-hmm. And now San Jose State University is the 20th school all time to defeat each of the 3 service academies in football. What does that mean to either of you?
Those are, all 3 of them are historic programs, and I have a lot of respect for them, and they give us a dogfight, and that's a really good team, and they've been a good team for a while now. So that's a good honor.
Yeah, and I think it just reflects the progress that our football program is making, and I think this win reflects that.
Second one on the road, the team hasn't done that in 4 years. How important is that to win on the road?
Me personally, I think I love playing on the road. I love playing in front of a different crowd and have that extra juice. But it's huge for us, huge confidence builder. Going back home now with a big win over Army and to face Boise next week. It's really good to get this started. Yep.
We're here with linebacker Ethan Aguayo, and Ethan, first of all, comment on today's game and San Jose State victory.
I thought we fought hard. We went it with our motto: start fast, finish strong. So we talked about it the night before. Stick to our mission: run the ball, stop the run, win the turf war, win the fourth quarter, and I think we did that job today.
Now, this season, San Jose State has played option teams like Air Force and Army, and how the two are either similar or different?
It's all kind of the same thing. Obviously, they have their own little makeshift to it, but overall, it's pretty much the same thing.
What did it mean to you to return to the field after missing a few games?
Well, especially coming back to a triple option team, I was hungry to get that win against a triple option team, so I'm glad we got the job done today and we got the W.
There was one takeaway in the game, that was by San Jose State in the first half. Mm-hmm. To what degree do you think that takeaway on the fumble recovery influenced the game?
I think we always talk about getting turnovers. Top 25 turnover margin is one of our missions. So to get the ball is a big plus for us. Obviously, we want to get more. We wanted 2 today, but we'll take 1.
There were some players too who hadn't played a whole lot this season, but one by one, they all kind of influenced the outcome of the game. What does that speak to in terms of developing team depth?
It just goes to show the way we prepare. Every day we come out and prepare. We all prepare the same way. We all get the same information. So for guys to lock down and stick to their keys, it's a big testament to what we preach and next man up. So proud of them.
Next week, back in conference play, top 25 ranked team, Boise State. Any initial thoughts?
Just ready to get at it, start practice, get in the film room, getting back in the weight room, just start this whole process over again.
Ethan, thanks very much.
Thank you.
We're here with wide receiver Bailey Gaither. And Bailey, first of all, tell us about today's game and what it means to come away with a win.
It was big. It was good to get a win. We had an agenda out here set from the beginning, and our goal is to win the game, and I'm happy that we did that.
Your touchdown catch early in the fourth quarter gave San Jose State what turned out to be a much-needed cushion. What happened on that play?
It was just an opportunity, like you said, just to capitalize and make the score higher. So just for us to get another touchdown right there was big. And we talked about at halftime that we needed 7, not 3. So that was the goal, just to go score a touchdown.
Looked like you had to gather yourself and keep yourself in bounds.
That was just football. I mean, the ball was it was just kind of short a little bit, but I mean, I just reached over and then whatever happened. And it was just the ball would happen to be there, so it was good to stay in bounds and score a touchdown for our team.
Your grandfather served in the Army and represented the country. Does this game have any additional meaning to you and or the family?
Yeah, definitely. My dad too. He was in the military, and what they do is, words can't even describe. They defend our country, so they do everything. So, my hat's off to them. Football. May see football. Seems hard, but man, what they do is real. So I'm real fortunate that my grandpa was able to come out and my dad, and for us to get a win, it was big. It was cool.
Bailey, thanks very much.
Cool. Thank you.
Now we're joined by kicker Matt Mercurio. Matt, second time this season, 4 field goals in a game. This time 4 field goals on the road. Did the weather play any factor in kicking today?
About a week ago, we were checking the weather, getting ready for this game, and there was a little bit of rain in the forecast. I think a high chance of rain, and I think low 50s, mid 50s was the temperature that was supposed to be. Mid 50s. So we were out there at practice, getting the balls wet, making sure they were. We were getting ready for possible rain game. And about Wednesday, Thursday, we checked the weather again, and we said, "Oh, okay, high chance it's going to be sunny, partly cloudy, low 60s, so it's just going to be like any other game." But at the same time, rain or shine, football weather, you just got to go out there and you got to kick it, and I think we did a good job today.
Your unit seems to be in pretty good sync right now. Snapper holder, you executing it, and then actually. First talk about that, then I have another question about special teams play.
Yeah, so I think just as time has gone on, I'm the only returner from last season. Everybody else is new on the special teams. So I think just as time has gone on, just more and more cohesion between me, Andrew, and Alex. And my job is easy. None of it could be done without Alex or Andrew. So huge shout out to them.
Last week, right or wrong, special teams might not have had its best week. This week, 4 field goals, a nice kickoff return by Zamor Ziegler. Army isn't able to make a 2-point conversion. but San Jose State does. Maybe if you can sum it up by describing special teams play today as a whole.
Yeah, I think special teams, San Jose State side of the ball, special teams just did absolutely incredible. I don't think there were any hiccups whatsoever. Execution was perfect. We were fast, and we got it through the uprights, and we got it in the end zone. So yeah, just bouncing back from last week. Chris Wood had, I think every kick was, except for one, was a touchback or a fair catch. That's incredible. I'm really happy for him. Alex had one punt, rolled to about the 3-yard line, I think. And we went perfect on field goals today, so I think it's a really good day to walk away from.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, guys. Spartan up.